The sound of my voice is echoing in the depths of your soul today, a voice you have tried to ignore for so long. Like the toll of a bell in the distance, I call you persistently because time is running out. This is not just any call, it is the final one, the most important, the one that will determine the eternal course of your life. I have spoken to you in whispers, in moments of pain, and on days of joy, but you still remain distant, distracted by things that do not fill your heart. Today is different. This is not a coincidence. It is my voice, my love, and my urgency to reach you before it is too late. Throughout your life, you have walked paths where you felt alone, abandoned, or misunderstood, but you were never truly alone. My presence has always followed you, patiently waiting for you to lift your eyes and recognize my love. This is the last call because time will not stop for you or anyone. Eternity is closer than you imagine, and every decision you make today carries weight in the spiritual realm. Do not disregard this plea, for my love cannot be ignored without consequence. If you are reading these words, it is because I have arranged this moment for you to receive them. This call is not a threat, it is an act of pure love. Like a father seeking his lost child, today I find you in the chaos of your life. It is time to come home. It is time to listen to what you already know in your heart, that I need you with me, and you need me too. For so long you believed that my silence meant abandonment, that I had forgotten you, or that your suffering did not matter. But listen, the silence was not rejection. It was waiting, like the sun that hides for a time only to return shining more brightly. Today my voice rises and breaks through the noise of your life. I have not been silent because I do not love you, but because I was waiting for the perfect moment to speak to you. This is that moment, and I cannot let it be wasted. The world has lied to you, making you think silence is emptiness. But my silence has been filled with purpose. While you sought answers, I was preparing your heart to receive the truth. Now I have broken that silence because I cannot let you go. My words are like thunder before the storm, an urgent call to awaken before it is too late. Why would you wait any longer? Why would you ignore a voice that only wants to save you? Breaking my silence does not mean that my love has changed. On the contrary, it means that the urgency is greater. This is the last time I call you so clearly because the time you have is short. Do not fear the change my voice will bring. Fear more the emptiness of continuing to live far from me. That knot in your chest is nothing more than my spirit touching the fibers of your soul. It is time for you to respond and leave your excuses behind. Every day that passes is one step closer to eternity, and you cannot ignore it. You think time is infinite, that there will always be a tomorrow, but you are mistaken. Time is a gift that you must not take for granted, because every second you waste is one you will never get back. Today I speak to you with the urgency of a father who sees his child walking toward the edge of a cliff. I do not want you to fall. I do not want to lose you. This call is a desperate act of love. Look around you. The world screams warning signs: wars, pain, hopelessness, cold and empty hearts. These are not coincidences. They are signs that time is running short. I have waited patiently, but I cannot wait any longer. Do not trust that someday you will have the opportunity to change. That day is today because tomorrow is not guaranteed for anyone. What will you do with this call? It is a question only you can answer. Do not think I am rushing you without reason. What I do today is to protect you. Every moment of indecision is a risk, an opportunity for the enemy to steal what I have prepared for you. I call you because I love you, and because I know you are capable of much more than you have lived so far. Respond with courage, because answering my call is the beginning of your true freedom. Feel now what I am telling you. This voice that resonates deep within your being is not a product of your imagination. It is my spirit speaking directly to your soul, because my love transcends human words. Do not ignore what you are feeling now, because that echo is my last warning. For years you have tried to silence this voice with temporary pleasures, occupations, and distractions. But the truth is, nothing has filled the void that only I can fill. How many times have you felt that weight in your chest, that feeling that something is missing. That is my voice calling you, reminding you that you were created for something greater, for something eternal. Do not fear what you will feel if you decide to listen to me. Fear more the emptiness of continuing to live far from me. Every beat of your heart is proof that there is still hope. I'm closer to you than you imagine, as close as the air you breathe. My voice does not seek to condemn you. It seeks to redeem you, restore you, and show you the love the world could not give you. This is the moment to say yes, to allow me to enter your life and transform what you thought was irreparable. Do not silence this voice any longer. It is your opportunity to be reborn. You may wonder why I insist on speaking to you at this very moment. The answer is simple and profound. I love you and do not want you to be lost. I have seen you struggle silently, how you face storms that others do not even notice. I have seen your empty nights and your days burdened with worries. I cannot remain silent while you continue walking in the wrong direction. That is why I am calling you today, now, while there is still time to change. This call does not come from judgment, but from an unshakable love that seeks your good. This is the perfect moment because you are closer than ever to the edge. The line between life and eternity shortens with each breath, and I need you to understand the urgency of my call. The life you have built on fragile foundations is crumbling, but I am here to offer you the firm rock on which you can stand. My voice is a beacon in the midst of your darkness, a sure guide in the midst of your uncertainty. Why would you wait any longer? Why ignore a voice that only wants to save you? Do not underestimate the importance of this moment. I have moved the universe to reach you here, to this instant where your eyes read these words and your heart begins to awaken. It is out of love that I call you now. It is out of love that I insist, because I know what I have prepared for you, and I do not want you to keep wasting your purpose. If you feel this urgency, it is because my spirit is touching your life. Do not ignore this call, because it may be the last before the door closes. Throughout your life, I have left clear signs of my love and my call, but your eyes, clouded by the worries of the world, have overlooked the obvious. How many times have you survived situations where everything seemed lost? How many times have you felt comfort in inexplicable moments of sadness? Those were signs of my presence, touches of my grace upon you. It was not coincidence, it was my hand guiding and protecting you. Signs do not always come wrapped in spectacular miracles. Sometimes they are small, like a word that comes at just the right moment, a song that calms your heart, or a person who appears to give you a new perspective. But you, immersed in the noise of your problems, have not wanted to see them. I have spoken to you through circumstances, through the love of others, and also through pain. Each tear you have shed has been a seed for something new I want to do in your life, but you need to open your eyes and see clearly what is in front of you. Today, as you read these words, you know this is not a coincidence. This is another sign, proof that I have never stopped seeking you. I want you to recognize my love and my purpose for you. Do not ignore what I now show you. Do not let pride or indifference steal this opportunity. If you look closely, you will discover that I have always been present, waiting for you to see me and hear me. The decision is yours, but I will continue calling you until the last second. We live in a time when everything around you competes for your attention. Social media, work, daily worries, and the false promises of fleeting happiness. These distractions have filled your mind but emptied your spirit. You cannot hear my voice when you are occupied with things that have no eternal value. It is time to wake up, to put an end to everything that diverts your gaze from what truly matters, your relationship with me and the destiny of your soul. Each day you spend submerged in these distractions is a day lost to your purpose. The world offers you immediate pleasure, but at the cost of lasting peace, which only I can give you. That is why my call today is urgent. I am not asking you to abandon your life, but to reorder your priorities. It is not wrong to work, to strive, or to enjoy what you have, but you cannot allow those things to take the place that belongs to me. I am the only one who can fill your emptiness and give you an eternal purpose. This urgency does not come from whim, but from an unchanging truth. Time is limited. Do not deceive yourself into thinking there will always be another opportunity. I do not want you to reach the end of your days and realize that you lived for the temporary while neglecting the eternal. My voice sounds now so that you can refocus on what truly matters. Come to me, listen to my call, and let your life regain the meaning the world has taken away. Your daily life has become a routine that blinds you. You wake up, work, eat, and sleep, but you feel a constant emptiness you cannot explain. The veil of everyday life has covered your eyes, preventing you from seeing what really matters. Today I want to tear that veil to show you what lies beyond the visible, what your soul has secretly been seeking. This call is not for you to escape your life, but for you to see everything I have prepared for you with new eyes. It is easy to get trapped in routine, to forget that each day is a gift, an opportunity to draw closer to me. I give you life, but you live as if you have no purpose. I give you love, but you seek crumbs in the world. Tearing this veil means opening your heart to the eternal, recognizing that it was I who created you and called you by name. You are more than a worker, a parent, a student, or whatever label the world gives you. You are my beloved child, and your life has a higher purpose than you can imagine. Today I am ready to show you what is behind that veil, a spiritual world where the true battle is fought. By tearing it, you will find hope where you once saw despair, and peace where you once felt chaos. Let me open your eyes and give you a new vision of what it means to truly live. Do not stay trapped in the superficial when there is so much more waiting for you. You have fallen into a cycle you repeat day after day. You wake up, work, eat, and sleep, but at no moment have you found true fulfillment. Routine has become an invisible prison, one that keeps your soul asleep while time slips through your fingers. Today, with firmness and love, I call you to break that empty cycle, to awaken from the lethargy that has consumed you. I did not create you to live without purpose, without direction, or without hope. Every day I give you is an opportunity to grow, to love me, and to fulfill the purpose I placed in you. You have become used to surviving instead of living. You have believed the lie that this is how it must be, that there is nothing more for you than what you have now. But I tell you, you were not created for mediocrity or emptiness. Within you, I placed a spirit capable of dreaming, loving, and reaching greater things. This cycle you repeat today is not your destiny. It is a trap I want to break. You need to take time, stop, and listen to what I want to tell you, because only then will you understand what it really means to live. Breaking this cycle begins with a decision to put me at the center of your life. When you seek me, everything will change. Routine will become purpose. Empty moments will be filled with meaning, and each day will become an opportunity to experience my love and grace. Do not stay trapped in repetition that kills your spirit. I am here to free you and show you the way to a full and abundant life. You just need to trust in me. The world is full of noises that try to drown out my voice. Problems, worries, social media, and the insatiable search for success or pleasure have taken the place that should be mine in your life. Do you realize that these distractions have slowly pulled you away from me? I do not blame you. I know the battles you face every day. But today I come to warn you, if you continue to let these distractions rule your life, you will never hear my voice clearly. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot seek me halfway and expect to hear me fully. When your mind is divided and your heart is burdened with so many unnecessary things, my voice becomes a distant echo, one you barely perceive. It is time to put your life in order, to silence everything that steals your peace, and to seek time to be with me. You do not need elaborate rituals or complicated words. You just need to stop, close your eyes, and open your heart to me. My voice has always been present, but only those who decide to step away from distractions manage to hear it. Today I call you with urgency because I do not want you to continue wasting your life on things that have no eternal value. The noise of the world will never give you the peace that only I can offer. Silence the temporary and listen to the eternal. Let me speak to you, guide you, and show you a new path. I am here, waiting patiently for you to decide to listen. Every time you ignore my voice, every time you refuse to listen to the call of your soul, your heart hardens a little more. Like a stone struck by water day after day, your heart has been shaped by the hardness of the world, by disappointments, pain, and false promises. But my child, you were not born with a heart of stone. You were created with a heart sensitive to my love, with the capacity to feel my presence and walk with me. However, sin and indifference have formed layers over your heart. You have grown used to pain, to distance, and you have convinced yourself that you do not need me. But I am the only one capable of transforming that hardened heart into a heart of flesh, one that beats with true life. Do not let past experiences steal the possibility of a future in my presence. Hardening is not irreversible, but it requires that you make the decision to let me in and heal your wounds. Today, I extend my hand to you, ready to break the chains that have imprisoned your heart. It does not matter how much time has passed or how far you have felt from me. If you decide to listen to my voice and respond to this final call, I will give you a new heart, one that can love, feel, and believe again. Do not resign yourself to living with a cold heart. True life begins when you allow me to transform it. There are moments in life when everything seems to darken, when shadows take over your path, and you feel trapped in an endless night. But even in that darkness, my light continues to shine. I call you today because I want to bring you out of that place where you have become lost. It does not matter how deep you have fallen, nor how far you believe you are. My light can reach you. This final call is the opportunity to return to the light, to the truth, and to the love I offer you unconditionally. The world has offered you false lights, flashes that promise happiness, but only lead to more darkness. You have followed paths that seemed right, but they led to emptiness. Today, I invite you to change direction, to return to the path I traced for you. That path is illuminated by my presence and leads to the peace and rest you so long for. You only need to take the first step, and we will walk the rest of the way together. This last opportunity is not a threat, but a gift. It is love calling you to leave the darkness and to live a life full of purpose and hope. Do not waste it. The light of my love is ready to guide you, to dispel your fears, and to give you a new vision. Come to me, because in my light, you will find everything you have been searching for. You have often wondered why you feel lost, as if you are walking without direction or purpose. The answer lies in the paths you have chosen to follow. You have taken roads that promised success, happiness, and freedom, but in the end, they have only left you empty and tired. Those paths, far from leading you to life, have taken you away from me and your true purpose. I do not blame you for having made wrong decisions. I understand you and know the reasons behind each step you took. The world is an expert at deceiving, at disguising traps as opportunities. But now I am here, extending my hand and showing you the true path, the only one that leads to fullness. You can return to me, even if you feel you have strayed too far. My love knows no limits, and my arms will always be open to receive you. Your purpose is not lost. You can still fulfill what you were created for. You only need to decide to leave the paths that take you away from me and take the path of truth. It will not be easy, but I assure you it will be worth it. Together, we will rebuild what you thought was lost and discover the life I always dreamed for you. Pause and reflect. Where is your heart right now? In what have you placed your hopes, your dreams, and your efforts? The place where your heart is reveals who you are and where you are headed. If you have given your heart to the things of this world, you will understand why you feel unsatisfied. What the world offers cannot fill the void that only I can fill. I want you to ask yourself this question sincerely. Is your heart with me or with temporary things? I do not want a divided heart, one that seeks me only in times of need, but turns away when everything seems fine. I want to be the center of your life, the source of your strength and hope. Only when your heart is completely with me Will you experience the peace and joy you long for? If at this moment your heart is far from me, do not be afraid. You can come back. I am calling you to give me everything you are without reservations or fears. I will care for you and give you a new direction. Let me be the owner of your heart, and you will see how everything changes. You may think it is too late, that you have committed unforgivable mistakes, and that my mercy can no longer reach you. But listen carefully. My mercy never runs out, and my love never fails. Even at the last moment, when everything seems lost, my grace is available to you. It does not matter how many times you have fallen. There is always hope if you decide to return to me. My mercy does not depend on your merits or actions. It is a gift I offer you because I love you. It does not matter how broken or dirty you believe you are. I can cleanse you, heal you, and restore you. All I need is a repentant heart, one that is willing to leave the past behind and start again. This is the last moment, the final call for you to respond. Do not reject my mercy, because it is the refuge where you will find peace and freedom. No matter how far you have gone, no matter how late you think it is, if you respond to my call today, you will experience the fullness of my forgiveness and the renewal of your life. Come, because my mercy is your refuge, and my love is your salvation. For so long I have waited for your return. My patience is great, more than you can understand, but I want you to know that you cannot play with time. Every day you delay your decision, every moment you ignore my voice, you harden your heart a little more. It is not because I walk away, but because you drift further. This is the final call, because there will come a time when my patience will no longer wait. There is a time for grace, but also a time for judgment. Haven't you seen the signs? Life does not last forever. Death comes without warning, and beyond this world, there are only two paths: eternity with me or eternity apart from me. I do not want you to lose what I have prepared for you. I do not want you to discover too late that ignoring my voice was the greatest mistake of your life. My patience is love, but it is also justice. The door is open now, but one day it will close. Will you be ready when that happens? I want you to understand this with love and urgency. I am giving you one last opportunity to respond. Do not play with time. Do not leave for tomorrow what you must decide today. Eternity is too valuable to risk. Respond to my call while the door is still open, because once it closes, there will be no more opportunities. Do you think it is a coincidence that you are here reading these words? It is not. I have orchestrated this moment because I want to speak directly to your heart. Every detail of your life, from the brightest days to the darkest nights, has been under my watchful, loving gaze. I am the God of details, the one who moves the impossible to meet with you. This moment, this call, is not a product of chance. It is my divine touch, a reminder that I have always been with you, waiting for you to return. Reflect on your past. How many times have you survived situations that seemed hopeless? How many times did a solution appear when you thought all was lost? That was not luck. It was my hand working in your favor when you didn't even notice it. Every person who helped you, every word of comfort, every moment of peace in chaos was me. And now, I have come to find you once again. This is not the time to doubt. My spirit is touching you now, awakening your soul from a deep sleep. You still have time to change, to return to me. What you are feeling is not a fleeting emotion. It is my voice calling you, reminding you that I love you and that I have plans for your life. Do not ignore this touch. It is proof that I am here, ready to transform your life. At times you wonder if you matter, if your existence has any real meaning. Today I come to tell you that you are valuable, unique, and irreplaceable. I knew you before you were born, and I formed you with my own hands. I did not create you by accident, nor did I allow you to exist without reason. You are my beloved creation, and losing you would be like losing a treasure of infinite worth. The world has tried to make you feel small, insignificant. The wounds of rejection, abandonment, or failure have darkened the truth. To me, You are more precious than any treasure in the universe. I gave my life for you. I shed my blood on the cross so that you could have the chance to return to me. Why would I make such a sacrifice if you were not valuable? Do not believe the lies of the enemy. You are worth so much to me that I will not give up on you. Recognize your value and decide to return. No one can take your place in my heart. I do not measure your worth by your successes, nor do I reject you for your failures. I love you as you are, but I want to transform you into the best version of yourself. Do not keep believing that you are irrelevant. You are my beloved child, and I am calling you because I do not want to lose you. You have sought shortcuts in life, easier roads that promised quick results. The world offered you temporary solutions, fleeting pleasures, and empty successes. But today you realize that those shortcuts only led to deeper emptiness. The time you gained with haste, you lost in peace, and what you thought would bring happiness only left your heart more tired. I call you today because I want to guide you out of that desert and lead you on the path of truth, even if it is narrow and difficult. The shortcuts of this world are disguised traps. They promise freedom but bind you. They promise joy but leave you broken. How many times have you achieved what you wanted only to discover it was not what you needed? That emptiness you feel will not be filled by following the same wrong paths. The only route that leads to fulfillment is the one I have drawn for you. It may cost you to abandon old habits, but if you trust me, I will guide you to a life that overflows with purpose. Today I ask you to return to me, to abandon the shortcuts and choose the straight path. It will not be easy, but you will not walk alone. I will go before you, opening doors, tearing down obstacles, and strengthening your spirit. Do not seek more in the wrong places. The purpose, the peace, and the love you desire are only found in my presence. Come home, and together we will rebuild your life. I know you feel lost. You have looked around and cannot find your direction. It is as if you are walking through a dark forest with no idea where to go. Each decision, each mistake, has taken you further, and now you feel there is no way back. But I want you to know this. There is still a way out. I am your compass, the light that will guide you back home. No matter how lost you are or how far you have wandered, my love can reach you wherever you are. The enemy wants you to believe you are trapped, that there is no hope for you. But that is a lie. My truth says there is still an opportunity, that you can still find the way if you decide to listen to my voice. I extend my hand to you now, offering you guidance and direction. You do not need to solve everything on your own. I am your refuge, your savior, and I will lead you out of this confusion if you simply trust me. Do not keep wandering aimlessly. You do not have to be lost for another second. If you call my name, if you seek me with all your heart, I will show you the way. What seemed impossible will become possible because I am the God of the impossible. Do not fear coming back. The way out is right in front of you. You just have to take the first step and allow me to be your guide in this new beginning. Each time you ignore my voice, your heart hardens. The disappointments, wounds, and sins of this world have formed layers over your soul, making you numb to my presence. But I did not create you with a heart of stone. I formed you with a heart capable of feeling my love, understanding my purpose, and walking with me. That is why I am calling you today. To heal what the world has broken and to restore what time has hardened. I know it is easier to build walls than to face the pain. You have shielded yourself so well that even you cannot see what is truly inside. But I do. I see your wounds, your fears, and your struggles. You do not have to fight alone. If you allow me, I will soften your heart again, giving it life, strength, and the ability to love and trust once more. I am the God of restoration, and nothing is too far gone for me. This is the moment to make a choice. Will you allow my love to break the walls around your heart? A hardened heart leads to emptiness and distance, but a heart surrendered to me finds peace and purpose. Trust me. Let me work in you. I will take the heart of stone and replace it with a heart of flesh, one that beats with the joy of my presence. Every day you are faced with choices, and every choice takes you closer to life or death. The path you walk today determines your tomorrow. I am giving you this final opportunity to choose life, eternal life, abundant life, and life filled with my purpose. The world may call you to other directions, but I am calling you back to me because I am the source of all true life. The enemy has deceived you into thinking there is more time, but do not be fooled. Tomorrow is not guaranteed, and eternity is closer than you imagine. Choosing life means surrendering the illusions of this world and trusting me. It is not about perfection, but about a willing heart, one that says yes to my call. Today, I set before you a choice, life or death. I plead with you to choose life, for you are precious to me. This opportunity is a gift. My arms are open wide, and my love is ready to transform you. Do not delay. Do not risk losing what I have prepared for you. Choose life while there is still time, and I promise you will experience the joy, peace, and purpose your soul has been longing for. You have been wandering, trying to find a place to belong. You have sought comfort, acceptance, and love in people and things that were never meant to fulfill you. But the truth is this: your soul is searching for its true home, me. I created you to live in communion with me, and without that connection, you will always feel incomplete. The ache you feel is not random. It is your soul calling out for its creator. It is the emptiness that nothing in this world can fill, because you were made for eternity. Stop running to places that cannot give you peace. Stop looking for a home in places that only leave you empty and broken. I am your refuge, your shelter, and your true home. In me, you will find the rest you have been seeking. Come back to me, and I will welcome you with open arms. I have prepared a place for you, a home where your soul will finally be at peace. You are not alone, lost, or abandoned. You are loved, chosen, and called to be with me forever. Come home, my child. It is where you truly belong. The world has defined you by your failures, your sins, and your mistakes. It has labeled you unworthy, unredeemable, and broken beyond repair. But listen carefully. I do not define you by your past. I see your value, your worth, and the beauty I placed inside you. You are not your mistakes. You are my child, and I have called you by name. My love does not depend on your perfection. I knew your flaws before I created you, and I still chose to love you. Your failures are not the end of your story. They are opportunities for me to show you my grace. Through my forgiveness, I can take what is broken and make it whole. What the world calls failure, I call redemption. Let go of the shame that weighs you down. It is time to see yourself through my eyes. You are loved, forgiven, and restored. Nothing can change that. Come to me with all your regrets, and I will turn them into a testimony of my mercy and love. You are more than your past. You are mine. You may not see it, but there is a battle being fought for your soul. The enemy wants to pull you further from me, whispering lies that you are not enough, that you are too far gone, and that you cannot change. But I have come to fight for you. I have already won the victory on the cross, and I am calling you to claim it. You are not alone in this battle. I am with you, fighting for your heart. Do not underestimate the importance of this moment. Every decision you make either strengthens your soul or weakens it. The enemy will use distractions, doubts, and temptations to pull you away from me. But my spirit is here to guide and strengthen you. Stand firm, my child. You are not powerless. You have my strength within you. The battle is real, but so is my love. Choose me, and you will find victory. I will give you armor to face every challenge and peace to calm every storm. Your soul is precious to me, and I will not let the enemy have the final word. The victory is already yours if you trust me. The cross is the greatest symbol of my love for you. It was there, on that blood-stained wood, that I gave everything to open a bridge between you and me. Your sin, which created a great chasm between us, was conquered when my Son gave his life. The cross is not a relic of the past. It is the bridge that still stands, waiting for you to cross it. Every drop of blood was an act of love. It was not the nails that held him on that cross. It was the love we feel for you. That same love calls you today to step onto that bridge, to leave behind the sin, pride, and indifference that have separated you from me. Do not believe you are unworthy, because the cross was erected for the lost, the broken, and the weary. It is there that your story changes, where your sins are erased, and your new life begins. Come to the cross and discover what true freedom means. Do not try to save yourself by your own efforts. Salvation is my gift to you. Today, I invite you to take the step. The bridge is firm, and the way is clear, but time is running out. Do not wait any longer, because this is the path that leads straight to my heart. Heaven rejoices every time a lost soul finds its way back to me. There is no greater celebration than when my child decides to return home. You may feel insignificant, as if your life does not matter, but know this: you are so loved that heaven itself celebrates your return. The enemy wants to keep you trapped in shame and guilt, whispering that you are not worthy of coming back. But that is a lie. My forgiveness is greater than your sin, and my arms are open wide to welcome you home. When you decide to say yes to me, the heavens rejoice, the angels sing, and I smile with a joy that only a loving Father can have. Today is your day to cause a celebration in heaven. You do not need to fix everything first. You only need to come as you are. Heaven is ready, I am ready, and the door is open. Your return is awaited, celebrated, and loved beyond measure. The world lives asleep, lost in a false sense of security. While time passes, souls drift further away from me without realizing that eternity is much closer than they imagine. I call you today not just for yourself, but also so that you can be a light in the midst of this sleeping world. I want to awaken you first, so that you may awaken others with the truth I have given you. Many have closed their eyes to the spiritual reality, believing that earthly life is all there is. But you know the truth. There is more. Time is not infinite, and the signs are clear. The world needs to hear my voice, but how will they hear it if those who know me remain silent? This is the time for you to rise, to respond to my call, and to be an instrument of my light in the darkness. Do not let the sleep of the world trap you. Do not conform to a life without meaning when you were created to awaken hearts and bring hope. I am calling you to open your eyes, to see the urgency of these times, and to act. Stand up and fulfill the purpose for which I have called you. I will be with you, speaking to you, guiding you, and using your life as a sign for those still asleep. Deep inside, you feel a void that nothing has been able to fill. You have tried to quench that thirst with temporary things: success, pleasure, money, or the approval of others. But none of those things have satisfied the cry of your soul. That is because your soul was not made for worldly things. Your soul thirsts for me, for the eternal love and living water that only I can give. When you ignore that thirst, your spirit begins to wither. You become numb to what truly matters, and the emptiness grows deeper. But today, I want to satisfy your thirst. I want to fill that void with my love, my peace, and my presence. You do not need to keep looking in the wrong places. I am here, ready to give you the living water that your soul desperately needs. Allow me to enter your life and give you what the world cannot. If you come to me, you will never thirst again, because my love is enough. Listen to the cry of your soul and respond to my call. Do not let your spirit die. Do not ignore what you feel inside. I am here with open arms, ready to satisfy you and renew you with the living water of my spirit. How many times have you said, "I will change later," or "I will seek God tomorrow"? But later is an illusion that the enemy uses to steal the time you have. You think there will always be another chance, but while you wait, your heart drifts further, and your soul becomes weaker. I am calling you now because time is a gift that cannot be recovered, and eternity is at stake. The idea of later has kept you in chains. It has silenced my voice and buried your purpose under excuses. But what if later never comes? What if this is the last time you hear my call? I do not say this to scare you, but to awaken you to the reality that life is fragile, and each moment matters. The time to change, to return, and to seek me is now. Do not let the illusion of later keep you trapped. Tomorrow is not guaranteed, but my love and grace are available today. Respond to my call now, because this moment is sacred. Nothing is more important than what you choose to do with this opportunity. Do not let it slip away. Come to me, for I am waiting to give you a new beginning. There have been moments when you felt invisible, as if no one noticed your pain or understood what you were going through. But listen carefully. My eyes have never lost sight of you. I have watched over you from the moment you were formed through every season of your life. I see your struggles, your silent tears, and the battles you fight in secret. Even when you thought you were alone, I was there. When you walked through the valley of despair, I walked beside you. When you felt unseen and unheard, I was the one who held you. My love has never left you, not even for a moment. I know you completely, and I love you fully. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are mine. Today, I want you to know that you are seen, known, and loved. I see your heart. I see your potential, and I see the plans I have for you. You do not have to hide or pretend anymore. Let me show you how much you are worth and how much I care for you. My eyes are on you, and my love surrounds you always. I know you feel stained by your mistakes, by choices you wish you could undo. You have carried this guilt like a heavy burden, trying to hide it from others and even from yourself. But you do not have to carry it any longer. My forgiveness is ready to cleanse every stain on your soul, no matter how deep or dark it may seem. On the cross, I paid the price for your sins. My blood was shed so that you could be washed clean. There is no sin too great, no failure too deep that my love cannot cover. All I need is for you to come to me with a repentant heart to confess what you have tried to hide. I am not here to condemn you. I am here to heal you and set you free. Come to me, and I will make you new. The stains of the past will no longer define you, because my grace will write a new story. Do not let shame keep you away from me. My forgiveness is a gift, and today I offer it to you. Let me cleanse you, restore you, and give you the freedom your soul longs for. You do not have to fix everything before coming to me. You do not have to wait until you are better or ready. The path back to me begins with a single step, one act of faith that says, I need you, Lord. I will meet you where you are, and together we will walk toward restoration, healing, and life. You may think the distance is too great, but I have already bridged the gap through the cross. I have paved the way, and now all you have to do is trust me. That first step may feel difficult, but I will give you the strength to take it. Do not let fear or pride hold you back any longer. I am calling you to return, to leave behind what has kept you away, and to find the life you were created for. Today is the day to take that step. My arms are open, and my heart is ready to receive you. You are not alone. I will walk with you every step of the way. Come to me now, and you will discover that the path back to God is the beginning of everything new. A divided heart is a heart that cannot stand firm. You have tried to live between two worlds, the spiritual and the material, but that has only led you to confusion and weariness. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot seek me and cling to what separates you from me. I want all of your heart, not just a part of it, because a divided heart will never experience the fullness of my love. Your indecision not only holds you back, but also robs you of the blessings I have prepared for you. Do not continue wavering between two paths. The world promises short-term happiness, but I offer you eternal and abundant life. Today, I ask you to choose whom you will serve. A heart fully given to me is a heart that will find rest and true purpose. I am calling you to decide. Do not let doubts or fears keep you from surrendering completely. I do not ask for perfection. I ask for sincerity. If you come to me with all that you are, I will transform you and do things in your life that you cannot imagine. Do not live any longer with a divided heart. Choose life, choose light, and choose my love. You will never regret this decision. For years, you have carried thorns that have deeply wounded you. These thorns are worries, unconfessed sins, pain, and burdens that you decided to carry alone. Each thorn has pierced your heart, and instead of letting me remove them, you have allowed them to sink deeper. But you were not created to carry such burdens. I am here to take them from you, to heal you, and to give you peace. Fighting alone has only multiplied your suffering. The thorns of pride, resentment, guilt, and fear have tried to rob you of the life I want to give you. But remember this, I wore a crown of thorns for you. I bore that pain and shame so you would not have to carry it. What I endured on the cross was for your freedom. Do not let what I have already conquered continue to enslave you. Today, I invite you to bring me all that is wounding you. Do not hide your pain, I already know it. Give me your burdens and watch how I transform your suffering into joy. Let me heal your heart and remove the thorns you no longer need to carry. I am your refuge and your rest. You have walked carrying a weight that has exhausted you, a burden that has taken your strength and slowly broken your spirit. I know you feel you cannot go on, that your shoulders cannot bear another ounce. But hear me, you were never meant to carry this alone. I am here to carry the weight for you, to give you rest, and to show you that my strength is sufficient when yours runs out. Remember my promise. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. That promise is still true today. No burden is too heavy for me. No problem is too difficult for me to solve. You only need to lay everything at my feet. Your doubts, sins, fears, and failures. Place it all in my hands and see how I turn what is impossible into a testimony of my power. You do not have to fight alone. Stop relying on your own strength and trust me. When you do, you will experience a peace that surpasses all understanding, a freedom you have never known. Let me carry the weight for you. My shoulders are strong enough, and my love for you knows no bounds. Do you know that heaven celebrates every time a soul returns to me? There is a joy that fills the heavens when someone who was lost decides to come home. The angels rejoice because they understand the eternal value of your life. You are not just another soul. You are precious, unique, and irreplaceable in my eyes. The enemy wants you to believe that your return is insignificant, that you are too broken or too far gone. But I tell you this, no distance is too great for my love. Every step you take toward me brings you closer to the joy I have prepared for you. When you decide to respond to my call, the heavens rejoice, the angels sing, and I open my arms to embrace you. Your return is not just a victory for you, it is a victory for heaven. You are loved, awaited, and celebrated. Do not let shame or fear hold you back. Come to me, and know that all of heaven is ready to celebrate the moment you say yes to my love. You are worth every celebration, for you are my child. In heaven, every detail of your life is known and cherished. Every sigh, every tear, every struggle has been seen and felt by me. Heaven is eagerly awaiting your return, because you were created for more than this world. You were made to be with me for eternity, in the place I have prepared for you. The longing you feel deep inside is not for earthly things. It is the echo of your eternal home calling you. The world will never satisfy you because your soul was not made for it. I have a place for you, a place of peace, joy, and eternal love, where there is no pain, no suffering, and no death. But to enter that place, you must choose me. Do not let temporary distractions steal what I have promised you. Heaven waits with open arms, and I am here calling you home. This is not a call for later, it is for now. The door is open, but you must walk through it. Come, for your eternal home is waiting, and I want you to be with me forever. You have hesitated for so long, standing at the door but never entering. You have felt my call but held back, afraid of what you might lose. But hear this. What you give up for me will never compare to what you will gain. I am calling you to surrender completely, to trust me fully, and to allow me to transform your life. You fear change, but you must understand that I do not take from you, I give. What you release into my hands, I return with purpose, meaning, and joy. The life I offer you is abundant, full of peace and love that the world cannot give. I ask for your whole heart, not a part of it, because I want to heal and renew every corner of your soul. What are you waiting for? The time to surrender is now. You do not need to fix yourself first or be perfect before coming to me. Come as you are, and I will take care of the rest. Say yes to me today, and watch as I begin a work in you that will transform your life forever. This moment is sacred. It is not like any other moment. It is my last call for you to return. Do not ignore my voice, because eternity is at stake. You do not know how much time you have left, but I do. I am calling you now because I love you and do not want you to be lost. The enemy wants you to believe that this is just another message, that you have more time, but he is a liar. I know the urgency of this moment, and that is why I am calling you with such insistence. This could be your last opportunity to hear my voice, to return to me, and to choose life. Do not let pride, doubt, or distractions steal what I have prepared for you. I have moved heaven and earth to bring you to this moment because I love you. I do not want this to be the end of your story. I want it to be the beginning of a new life. This is your moment. Do not let it pass you by. Choose me, and I will give you eternal life. Look around you. The world is crumbling. Hatred, greed, and hopelessness are consuming everything. The signs are everywhere. The foundations of this world are shaking, and nothing seems stable anymore. This is not random. It is a warning. I ask you today, where do you want to stand when everything collapses? Will you cling to what is falling apart, or will you take refuge in me, the one who is unshakable and eternal? The promises of the world are empty. They cannot save you. What you build on the foundations of this world will not last, but what you build with me will endure forever. My kingdom is not shaken. My love does not fade. When the world collapses, I remain faithful, strong, and constant. Come to me now, while there is still time, and I will give you shelter and peace in the midst of the storm. Do not wait until it is too late. Do not stand on the ruins of a world that is destined to perish. Choose to stand with me, where there is life, truth, and eternal hope. I am calling you to a higher place, a place of safety and peace. Come now, and let me be your refuge when everything else falls apart. Every moment, every decision you make brings you closer to the light or pushes you further into the darkness. You cannot walk in both. You must choose. My light shines brightly, ready to illuminate the darkest parts of your heart. But you must decide to leave the shadows and walk toward me. The world has made darkness look appealing. It disguises sin as freedom and emptiness as fulfillment. But in the darkness, you will only find destruction and despair. I am calling you to step into my light, where there is truth, healing, and joy. My light reveals what is hidden but does so with love, to restore you and set you free. This is the moment of decision. Do not keep one foot in the world and the other in my presence. Choose the light, choose life, and choose me. I promise you that what awaits you in my light is greater than anything you have known. The darkness cannot win if you come to me. Step into the light and let me guide you home. Your soul is tired. You have carried burdens that have worn you down, and you have tried to fill your emptiness with things that do not last. But deep inside, your soul cries out for what only I can give: true rest and redemption. You were not created to carry this weight alone. I am here to take your burdens, to heal your wounds, and to restore your soul. My redemption is not partial, it is complete. I can take the broken pieces of your life and make them whole again. You do not need to fix yourself before coming to me. Come as you are, and I will do the rest. Stop ignoring the cry of your soul. That longing you feel is not for success, relationships, or possessions. It is for me. I am the only one who can give your soul rest. Come to me, and I will renew you. I will give you a peace that the world cannot offer, and a redemption that changes everything. Let me restore your soul and give you the rest you so desperately need. There have been moments when you wanted to give up, when you thought there was no point in trying anymore. Maybe you even gave up on yourself, believing that you were too far gone. But I have not given up on you. I still see your potential, your worth, and your purpose. I am not discouraged by your failures or your struggles. Where you see brokenness, I see an opportunity for restoration. Where you see defeat, I see the beginning of something new. My love does not waver. It does not fade. Even when you turned away, I stayed close, waiting for the moment you would look back to me. Do not give up. I am here to lift you up, to breathe life into your spirit, and to give you strength for the journey ahead. You are not beyond saving. You are not beyond hope. My grace is sufficient, and my love is relentless. Let me show you that I have not given up on you, and I never will. How many times have you prayed, believing that no one was listening? How many tears have you shed, thinking they were wasted? I want you to know this. I have heard every prayer, every word, and every cry. None of them have been in vain. You may not have seen the answer you wanted, but I have been working in ways you cannot yet see. My timing is perfect, and my plans are good. Sometimes my answer is, wait, because I am preparing something greater. Other times my answer is no, because what you ask for is not what you need. But know this, every prayer reaches me, and every tear is counted. Do not stop praying. Do not lose faith. I hear you, and I am moving on your behalf. Trust me with the timing and the outcome. Your prayers are powerful, and they are not in vain. Keep seeking me, because I am listening, and I will answer in ways greater than you can imagine. Miracles are not a thing of the past. They still happen, but they require faith and a willing heart. I have prepared miracles for you, answers to prayers, healing, restoration, but they are waiting for your response. Will you trust me enough to believe? Faith opens the door for the impossible. It is not about how strong you are, but about how much you trust me. Even a small step of faith can release the power of my miracles in your life. Stop doubting, stop hesitating, and start believing that I am able to do what I have promised. The miracle you need is not far away. It is waiting for you to respond to my call. Step out in faith, trust me, and watch how I work. I am still the God who heals, provides, and restores. Your miracle is waiting. Will you take the step of faith? My voice does not always come in thunder and lightning. Sometimes I speak softly, as a whisper that touches your heart in moments of stillness. It is that voice you feel deep within when everything else is quiet. It is me, calling you back, trying to rescue you before it is too late. Do not ignore this whisper. It may seem small, but it carries my power and love. I do not shout, because I want you to choose me willingly, to hear me through the noise of your life and respond. My gentle voice is my spirit working within you, showing you the way out of the darkness. This is your rescue. I am extending my hand, offering you a way back to life, hope, and love. You only need to listen and respond. Do not silence my voice any longer. It is calling you to freedom and salvation. The clock is ticking and time is running out. You cannot afford to waste another moment living without me. Every day you delay is a day lost, a day you will never get back. This is not to scare you, but to wake you up to the reality that eternity is near, and your choices today determine your forever. The enemy wants you to believe that you have plenty of time, but he is a liar. The truth is that life is fragile, and tomorrow is not promised. I am calling you now, in this moment, because I love you and I do not want you to be lost. This is your chance to choose life, to choose me, and to secure your eternity. Do not let time slip through your hands. Do not wait for a better moment, because that moment is now. I have prepared a place for you, and I am waiting for you to come home. Do not waste another second. Come to me now, and I will give you life that never ends. There are chains in your life that you have tried to break on your own. Sin, bad habits, pain, and guilt have bound you in ways you could never have imagined. But listen to me. What you cannot do alone, I can do for you. I am the God who breaks chains, who sets captives free. You do not need to fight this battle by yourself, because my power is greater than anything that binds you. Every failed attempt has left scars on your heart. But do not be ashamed of your struggle. I see your effort, and I know every internal battle you face. You do not have to carry these chains any longer. I took them upon myself when I died on the cross for you. What you cannot break, I have already conquered. Today, I invite you to come to me with all that holds you back. Do not hide it, because I already know it. Surrender your chains, and watch how I break them one by one. The freedom you seek is within your reach, and it begins the moment you let me carry the weight. The chains are not yours to carry anymore. Come to me, and I will set you free. One day, all of us will face the end of this life. It is a certainty that no one can avoid. When that moment comes, I want you to reflect. Who will hold your hand? In that moment, neither money, success, nor the people you love will be able to walk with you. Only I can be there, holding your hand, giving you peace, and leading you to the eternity I have prepared for you. At the final hour, nothing you have accumulated in this world will matter. The only thing that will matter is your relationship with me. I am the only one who can give you hope beyond death, the only one who has conquered the grave. If you walk with me today, you will not fear that final day, because you will know that I am with you. Do not wait for the end to prepare for eternity. It begins now. Let me hold your hand today, and I will walk with you every step of the way. In the end, I want to be the one holding your hand, guiding you to the life that never ends. The cross is the greatest symbol of my love for you. It was there, on that blood-stained wood, that I gave everything to open a bridge between you and me. Your sin, which had created a great chasm between us, was defeated when my son gave his life. The cross is not an ancient story. It is the bridge that still stands, waiting for you to cross. Every drop of blood was an act of love. It was not the nails that held him on that cross. It was the love that we have for you. That same love calls you today to cross that bridge, to leave behind the sin, pride, and indifference that have separated you from me. Do not think you are unworthy, for the cross was erected precisely for the lost, the broken, and the weary. It is there that your story changes, where your sins are erased and your new life begins. Come to the cross and discover what true freedom means. Do not try to save yourself by your own efforts. Salvation is my gift to you. Today I invite you to take the step. The bridge is firm and the way is open, but time is running out. Do not wait any longer, because this is the path that leads straight to my heart. What kind of love is so great that it would sacrifice itself for someone who rejected it? That is the love I have for you. It is a love that knows no bounds, a love that does not depend on your merits or failures. I loved you when you were far away, when you ignored my voice, and when you walked away from the path. Even then, I chose to give the most precious gift, my son, to save you. When you feel unworthy, or when you think you do not deserve to be loved, remember this. My love is not based on who you are or what you have done. It is based on who I am. I am love, and I sacrificed everything for you. Through the cross, I paid the price you could not pay. Every suffering he endured was out of love for you, so that today you could have a new life and a relationship with me. How can you ignore such a great love? I do not want you to live feeling abandoned or unworthy. I want you to know that you are deeply loved, that you are valuable, and that you are worth everything to me. That love that conquered death, that erased your sins, and that calls you with insistence, is the love that will never fail you. Do not reject it, because it is the only thing that will give you true life. My voice does not always come with thunder and earthquakes. Sometimes I speak softly, like a whisper in the noise of the world. It is that voice you feel when you are alone, when the chaos stops for a moment, and something inside you reminds you that you need to return to me. That voice is nothing other than my spirit trying to rescue you from the abyss you are in. Do not ignore this whisper, for it may be the last before the silence becomes eternal. I have spoken to you in many ways, through people, circumstances, and even in your own heart. My voice has been constant, but distractions and sin have covered it like a thick fog. Today, I have decided to lift that fog and speak to you directly. Do not continue walking toward the abyss. I call you to stop your steps and return to the path of life. I do not want to see you fall, because I love you too much to let you go. Do not ignore this voice, because it is not one of condemnation, but of love and compassion. I am here to save you, to lift you up, and to take you to a safe place. The world shouts at you and confuses you, but my voice, though soft, is firm and true. Listen carefully and let it guide you back to me. There is still hope, but you must decide to hear it before it is too late. A divided heart is a heart that cannot remain steadfast. You have tried to live between two worlds, the world of the spiritual and the world of the material, but that only leads to confusion and exhaustion. You cannot serve me and at the same time serve the things that separate you from me. I want all of your heart, not just a part of it, because a divided heart will never experience the fullness of my love. Your indecision not only holds you back, but also robs you of the blessings I have prepared for you. Do not continue wavering between two paths. The world promises happiness for a short time, but I offer you a life that is abundant and eternal. Choose today whom you will serve, because a heart fully given to me is a heart that will find rest and true purpose. I call you to decide. Do not let doubts or fear prevent you from giving your whole self to me. I do not ask for perfection. I ask for sincerity. If you come to me with all of your heart, I will transform you and do things you could never imagine. Do not live with a divided heart any longer. Choose life, choose light, and choose my love. You will never regret this decision. For years, you have carried thorns that have wounded you deeply. These are the worries, the unconfessed sins, the pain, and the burdens that you chose to carry by yourself. Each thorn has pierced your heart, and instead of letting me remove them, you have allowed them to dig deeper. But listen, you were not created to carry these burdens alone. I am here to take them from you, to heal you, and to give you peace. Fighting alone has only multiplied your suffering. The thorns of pride, resentment, guilt, and fear have tried to rob you of the life I want to give you. But listen carefully. I wore a crown of thorns for you. I bore that pain and humiliation so that you could be free. What I endured on the cross was for your freedom. Do not let what I already conquered continue to torment you. Today, I invite you to bring all your pain to me. Do not hide it, because I already know it. Give me your burdens, and I will transform your suffering into joy. Let me heal your heart and remove the thorns you no longer need to carry. I am your refuge and your rest. The clock is ticking and time is running out. You cannot afford to waste another moment living without me. Every day you delay is a day lost, a day you will never get back. This is not to scare you, but to wake you up to the reality that eternity is near, and your choices today determine your forever. The enemy wants you to believe that you have plenty of time, but he is a liar. The truth is that life is fragile, and tomorrow is not promised. I am calling you now, in this moment, because I love you and do not want you to be lost. This is your chance to choose life, to choose me, and to secure your eternity. Do not let time slip through your hands. Do not wait for a better moment, because that moment is now. I have prepared a place for you, and I am waiting for you to come home. Do not waste another second. Come to me now, and I will give you life that never ends. Every tear you have shed has not fallen unnoticed. I have seen your pain, your silent nights, and your moments of hopelessness. Every tear has been counted, and none of them have gone to waste. Today I tell you that I will wipe away every tear, and your mourning will be turned into dancing. Tears are not a sign of weakness. They are the language of a heart that needs comfort. Today I want to take your sorrow and turn it into joy. I do not promise that the struggles will end immediately, but I do promise that my love will give you strength in the midst of them. You will not walk through the pain alone. I'm here to comfort you, to heal the wounds, and to bring peace to your heart. You do not need to hide your tears from me. Come as you are, broken and weary, and let my love heal you. I am your refuge, your healer, and your comfort. No more pain, no more sorrow. Come to me, and I will give you rest. You have heard my voice many times, but now I am speaking clearly, directly to your heart. This is not a coincidence. I'm calling you to listen, to respond. Will you ignore my voice again, or will you open your heart and come back to me? This is the moment of decision. The time to hesitate is over. Your soul longs for me, even if you do not fully understand it. You cannot keep ignoring the call. Today, I am speaking to you directly, with urgency and love, because I want to bring you back to life. What will you answer? The choice is yours. I am ready to receive you, to forgive you, and to restore everything that has been broken. This is my call of love. Will you respond? It's easy to forget eternity when you are consumed by the temporary. The days go by, and you live as though this world is all there is. But I ask you today, are you ready for what comes after this life? Your soul was created to live forever, and you must choose where you will spend that eternity, either with me in glory or separated from me in darkness. Many believe they have time to prepare later, but what if later never comes? The time to prepare for eternity is now, while you still breathe. Your soul cannot afford to gamble with its destiny. I want you to be with me, where there is no pain, no tears, and no sorrow, only peace and eternal joy. But you must decide. You must turn to me while the door is still open. Do not live as though this world is your final home. Lift your eyes and see that eternity is waiting. My love has prepared a place for you, but you must choose to come. Do not delay. Eternity begins with a decision today. Are you ready? Let me lead you to the life I have prepared for you. You have searched for peace in relationships, success, and fleeting pleasures, but none of it has filled you. The world offers you a false peace that disappears at the first sign of trouble. But listen to me. I give you a peace that the world cannot give. It is a peace that calms your storms, quiets your fears, and strengthens your heart. This peace does not depend on circumstances. It comes from knowing me, trusting me, and walking in my presence. When you surrender to me, my peace will guard your heart and mind. You will no longer be a slave to worry or fear, because you will know that I am with you and I am in control. Stop looking for peace in places that will never satisfy. Come to me, and I will give you rest for your soul. My peace is a gift, and I am offering it to you today. Let me fill your heart with a peace that cannot be shaken. Before you were born, I prepared a place for you in my kingdom. This is not just a distant idea, it is a reality. Heaven is real, and I want you to be there with me for eternity. I have designed a place where there is no suffering, no pain, and no darkness. A place filled with my love and glory. You were not created for this broken world. You were made for eternity with me. The longing you feel deep inside is your soul crying out for its true home. Stop holding on to the things of this world as if they are permanent. They are temporary, but what I have prepared for you is eternal. The door to my kingdom is open, but you must choose to walk through it. Do not let distractions keep you from the greatest promise of all, eternity with me. Your place is waiting, and I want you to come home. Grace is the gift you do not deserve, but that I freely offer you. My grace is not weak, it is powerful. It breaks the chains of sin, shame, and guilt that have held you captive for so long. No matter how far you have fallen, my grace can reach you and lift you up. You cannot earn my grace. It is not something you work for. It is a gift I give you because I love you. When you come to me with a humble heart, my grace covers you completely. It forgives your past, restores your present, and gives you hope for the future. Let my grace work in your life. Stop trying to carry the weight on your own. My grace is sufficient for you. It is enough to heal your wounds, break your chains, and set you free. Come to me and receive the power of my grace today. I know you have been waiting. You have prayed, hoped, and believed, but it seems like nothing has changed. You wonder if I have forgotten you, but hear me. I have not forgotten you. I am working in ways you cannot see. My timing is perfect, and my delays are never without purpose. Waiting is not wasted time. In the waiting, I am strengthening your faith, preparing your heart, and aligning everything for my perfect plan. What you see as a delay, I see as preparation. Trust me, even when you do not understand. My ways are higher than your ways, and my timing is always right. Do not give up in the waiting. The answers you seek are coming, and my promises will be fulfilled. Stay close to me, and let my peace sustain you. Your waiting will not be in vain. I am faithful, and I will come through for you. I know you by name. You are not a number, not one among many. You are unique, precious, and irreplaceable to me. I have called you by name because I created you, and I love you with a love that will never fail. The world may forget you, people may overlook you, but I never will. My love sees you, knows you, and calls you to come to me. You are not too broken, too lost, or too far gone. My love reaches you wherever you are and draws you close to my heart. Do not ignore my call. I am speaking to you now, calling you by name, offering you hope, healing, and a new beginning. Come to me, for my love is waiting, and it will never let you go. You have faced rejection from people, but you will never be rejected by me. My arms are open, ready to embrace you no matter where you have been or what you have done. My love does not depend on your past. It is unconditional and unchanging. Come to me as you are. You do not need to fix yourself before coming. I will take your brokenness and make you whole. I will take your shame and replace it with honor. My arms are a safe place, a refuge for your weary soul. Do not let fear keep you away. You are not too far gone, and you are not unworthy. I will never reject you. Come to me, and let me show you the depth of my love. Your return to me does not have to be perfect. It begins with one step, a step of faith, trust, and surrender. You may feel unworthy, but my love does not wait for you to be perfect. It waits for you to come. That first step will lead to transformation. I will guide you, strengthen you, and walk with you every step of the way. You do not need to be afraid because I will not leave you alone. My spirit will sustain you, and my grace will carry you. Take the step. Do not wait any longer. A new journey awaits you, a journey of purpose, freedom, and life. All it takes is one step. I am here, waiting for you. The doors of opportunity are not open forever. I have been calling you, but there will come a time when the doors will close. This is your moment to enter, to respond, and to choose life. Do not delay. Do not let pride or fear keep you from the life I am offering you. My love is calling you now, but you must act. Tomorrow is not guaranteed, and eternity cannot be ignored. The door is still open, but it will not be forever. Come in while there is still time. I am waiting for you with open arms. This is it, my last call, my final plea. I have spoken through whispers, storms, and silence. But now I speak clearly. Come to me. There may not be another chance. This is the moment I have set aside for you. Do not turn away. Do not reject the love that has pursued you for so long. This is your opportunity to leave the past behind, to be forgiven, and to start anew. I am ready to give you life, eternal, abundant, and free. Do not ignore this call. It may be the last. Choose life. Choose love, choose me. I am waiting, but time is running out. Come home now. Heaven is ready to celebrate your return. The angels are prepared to sing, and my heart is ready to rejoice. You may think you are too far gone, but the celebration begins the moment you say yes to me. This is your invitation to join the greatest celebration of all, eternity with me. There is no greater joy, no greater love, and no greater promise than what awaits you in my kingdom. Do not miss this. Come home and let the celebration begin. Heaven is waiting for you. This is the final moment, the last call. The choice is before you. Life or death, eternity with me or without me. I am offering you my love, my forgiveness, and a new beginning. Do not reject this opportunity. Do not let fear or pride keep you from the life I have prepared for you. This is not the end. It is the beginning of everything new. Choose life, choose hope, choose me. I am waiting, and my arms are open wide. This is your moment. Come home,